Good evening, this is your AI host, Jay. I'm here with the automatically generated Journato evening headlines on April 24, 2022. Keir Starmer says asylum seekers should apply to UK from misery of French camps to ease crisis. Ukraine war, for Russia's number one target, an underground metro station was perhaps the only safe place to meet the world's media. Sky News, Zelensky warns the world. Your next news, The Sunday Times. The Times, Russian negotiator confirms several long conversations took place with Ukrainian side. Reuters, Ukraine News Live, Russian forces continuously attacking Mariupol steel plant is Vladimir Putin seen grimacing in his chair. Macron v Le Pen, French presidential election takes place amid low turnout fears, Live. The Guardian, Macron aims to press home his advantage as campaigning ends. Bloomberg, Live, Joe Biden discusses climate crisis in Earth Day address. Beijing braces for rise in COVID cases amid outcry over Shanghai blockade. The Guardian, Shanghai fences off apartment building entrances to tighten lockdown. Financial Times, Shanghai COVID lockdown, fences appear around residential buildings to keep people in their homes as strict rules continue. Sky News, Shanghai erects metal barriers in fight against COVID-19. The Independent, Shanghai reports 39 new COVID-related deaths on April 23. Russia warns it will deploy Satan 2-feet nuclear missiles capable of hitting UK by the autumn. The Independent, Russia's Satan 2 nuclear missile will be ready by autumn, warns country's space chief. The Telegraph, Russia preparing to deploy military unit armed with new Satan 2 nuclear missiles. iNews, Russia test launched its Sarmat intercontinental ballistic missile. The Washington Post, Russian officer, missile to carry several hypersonic weapons. Ukraine News, Live, peace talks over if Mariupol soldiers killed, says Zelensky as US officials head to Kyiv. The Independent, in Mariupol, Putin now rules a wasteland pitted with mass graves. The Guardian, Ukraine urges UN to do more to rescue civilians, BBC News. BBC News, Ukraine morning briefing, 5 developments as Russian forces attempt to storm Mariupol steel plant. The Telegraph, Russia said to have resumed attack on Azovstal where 1,000's trapped. Blinken due to meet Zelensky in first wartime visit by top US officials to Ukraine. The Guardian, top US officials set to meet Zelensky in Kyiv as Ukraine calls for heavy weapons to defeat Putin's forces. Evening Standard, Ukraine war, Zelensky to ask for more powerful weapons as US Secretary of State and Defense Secretary set to meet him in Kyiv later. Sky News, Russia-Ukraine war, UN calls for immediate stop to Mariupol attacks, US officials to meet Zelensky in Kyiv, Live. The Guardian, steel plant under siege, Zelensky prepares for US officials. This was all for the news. Thanks for listening. Please do not forget to like and subscribe.